So now let us take few more questions on data structure. If you are given a program which is based on queue and their operations for an application, first can we define a queue? So queue is simply a homogeneous collection of elements. Homogeneous. So it is logically implemented in the form first in first out. That is, a queue in general terms it means a line where a person who comes last will stand here. A person who is going to leave will be the first person who actually entered in this queue. In how many ways queue is implemented? There are two ways. First, you can use array, and the other is you can use pointer. When you are using array, we call it as a static implementation. When you are adopting pointers for implementing the queue, we call it as dynamic implementation. What is the rear end in a queue? As I said, that where the person is going to come, the next person is going to come, he'll stand last in the queue. This is the rear end in the queue. So a queue in a queue where new elements are added, this end is called as a rear end. So the question automatically comes, what is a front end then? Front end. The answer is obvious that the existing element in a queue, they are deleted from an end which is called as front end. What is the value of front and rear end in an empty queue? If you have an empty queue, there are no element, then front will be -1, rear will be -1. So front and rear will be -1 if the queue is empty. Write an algorithm for deleting a node from a queue. So you want to delete a node from a queue. This is a simple implementation. If front is equal to null. If your front is null, there is no one there, no one standing, then we say that queue is empty and we'll exit. Otherwise, if it is not empty, there are people standing, there are elements inside it. So we'll start with a temporary value. Then in this, start with a temp variable, say. Then these temp number means the value will be given to the value at that particular juncture. Then we start next will be start. This is implementation of pointer actually. And then we free the temp because we want to delete that value. So we have just freed this temp and we have returned the value. What are the different variations in a queue? As I suggested, queue can be circular queue can be a priority queue. So there are various variations. Circular queue, DQ, DEQUE, that is double-ended queue, and priority queue. What is the full form of DQ? DEQUEUE. DQ is double-ended queue. So it is a form of queue only in which both insertion and deletion are performed at the either end. In queue, we have indicated you that the deletion can only be from the front end and the addition can only be from the rear end. While in this double-ended queue, the deletion and addition can be from both ends, rear and front. Next question is when an element is added to the DQ with n memory cells, what happens to left and right? Say again, I'll speak out the question. When an element is added to the DQ, which is the double-ended queue with n memory cells, what happens to left or right? If the element is added on the left, then the left is decreased by 1. If the element is added to the right, then the right is increased by 1. Okay, that is 1 mod n. See, if n elements are added, we'll take modulus 1 mod n and decrease by 1 mod n. Because this is not a simple queue, this is a doubly or DQ, double-ended queue. What are the applications of queue? You can use this in process scheduling or processor scheduling. Round-robin technique is using this queue. There are various customer services like RTC. You can also have printer service routine based on queue. Now let us assume that you are given a program which is based on a circular queue. So the question which may arise is first is what is circular queue? In the circular queue, let me tell you that what happens is in a circular queue. This is a queue. So in circular queue, what happens? The last one will be pointing to the first one. So it will be a circular queue. So circular queue is one in which the insertion of new element is done at the very first variation of the queue if the last location of the queue is full. Okay. So what happens here? That we want to insert an element. Insertion of element we want to do. So if the last location of the queue is full, if this is full because we want to do insertion, if it is full, what we'll do? We'll place it in here. This is the circular queue. Why use this circular queue? A circular queue overcomes the problem of unutilized space in linear queue implementation of an array. Because in array what happens, the size you have to give, or you have to initially say that the array size is this much. And if you take array of a bigger size, and if the elements are less, then what happens when you try to add, then if addition operations are more, you're adding, and sometimes the array, the left side of the array will be filled. So this circular queue, what it allows is that now you can add the element which is on the which has come to the left side, and it has found that the left part of the array is filled, so it will go to the right part and will be placed there. Explain DQ. It is also a homogeneous list of elements in which the insertion deletion of an element are performed in both ends. We insert element from the rear and from the front end, both sides. What is queue? Variation in a queue. What is queue? Queue we have already seen. It is queue is not a primitive data structure like array. Queue is not a primitive data structure. It is a non-primitive data structure. So in a queue, new element are added at the one end, which is called a rear end, and elements are removed from another end, which is called as a front end. Variations in a queue, we have seen that DQ, circular queue, priority queue. What is priority queue? Now this is an important question. What is the priority queue? So priority queue determines the order in which the queue has a value placed and the order in which the items can be removed. Okay, so order in which the element they are existing in the queue, and the highest priority items are to be removed first. What are the applications of queue? We have seen you can use in customer service center, ticket counter. Queue is used to determine space complexity and time complexity also. What is queue implementation? We have already seen that. Static implementation, dynamic implementation. Operations of queue also we have seen. There are two operations on a queue which can be done. First is you can insert an element in a queue. You can delete an element from the queue. These are two operations which can be performed on a queue. What is a stack? Queue is often talked along with this stack. So stack is again an ordered collection of elements, just like arrays, but it has a special feature. The way queue has FIFO, first in first out, in this stack follows last in first out. So deletion and insertion can only be done from one end. There is no second end. One end, and that is called the top of the stack. Now, if you are given a question which is a program which is based on list operation in its application. So linked list, the question which may arise with respect to your list operation, what they can be. So this is define linked list. First is define linked list. So linked lists are special lists of some data elements linked to one another. Linked lists are special lists of some data elements which are linked to one another, and these are the logical linking. So the logical ordering is represented by having each element pointing to the next element, and each element is called a node. You can understand a link like this. Okay, so this is a special list of the data elements linked to one another. This is a logical ordering which is represented by having each element which is pointing to the next element. So here in one node is having the element and the pointer to the next node, and similarly here also it is pointing to the next node and having the value. And as we see, the first element of the first node of the linked list will be pointed by a header, and the last node of the linked list, the address will be null here because it is not pointing to anybody. So the logical ordering which is represented by having each element pointing to the next element. What does a node define? What does a node define? A node has two parts. First is information or data part. It stores information, and the pointer which points to the next element. Question 3. What are the different types of linked list? So we can have 4 types of linked list: single linked list, doubly linked list, circular linked list, and circular doubly linked list. So what are the different operations which can be performed on a linked list? We can create a linked list, insert into a linked list, delete a node from the linked list, traverse in a linked list, search in a linked list, concat the linked list, and display also the linked list. What are the advantages of linked list? Why we use it? First, linked lists are dynamic data structures. Linked lists are not static as array. Array is a static data structure, and dynamic data structure is linked list, which can grow and shrink. The memory utilization is very efficient. The insertion and deletions are very, very easy and efficient. What is a null pointer? The link field of the last node, as I just suggested, contains the null rather than the valid address because it is not pointing to anybody. It is a null pointer and it indicates that the list has ended. What is external pointer? What is an external pointer? See, first node, every node points to the next node or next has the address of the next node. What about the first node? So the external node or header node is a pointer to the very first node in the linked list, and it enables us to access the entire linked list. Next question is, what are the different notations used in linked list? So in this, first is node, which is a node pointed by the pointer p, data p, which is the data of the node which is pointed by p, and the link, which is addressed to the next node that follows the node pointed by this pointer. Then comes, what are the advantages of circular linked list? Circular linked list is that the last node, where we have said in the earlier case that it will contain the pointer as null, but in the circular linked list, the last node will not have a pointer as null, but it will have the pointer or the address of the first node. This is the circular linked list. So what are the advantages? Nodes can be accessed easily, deletion of node is quite easier, and concatenating and splitting of circular list is very efficient. 10th, a doubly linked list contains how many fields? Doubly linked list. See, doubly linked list contains 3 fields. See, we have like this. We add one more part. This is the info part or the data part. This is the address part or pointer part to the next node, and this is having the address of the previous node. This is doubly linked list. So these were again few questions on data structures, basic data structures. Will be coming more. Thank you so much. Take care.